she came there, I was asking myself, what did she come to do here? Even one, here is not your constituency. You are from Kaswa, coming to Ablekuma, right? So as you came here, as a former MP, the first thing you're supposed to do, you have to go and see your candidate. Then she herself will take somebody. Oh, Charlie, I want you to go with Honorable Howard Kumsin to the police center for me. That one is not going to. Even myself, I'm not going angry with Howard Kumsin because now he's not an MP again, right? So, well, what about who gives you that audacity to come here? Then you go there, fine. But at the moment, the fight and this is started. The report I also get from my colleagues. The bodyguard of Howard Kumsin. He gave a spray to the former minister. Let me use that word for her. Former minister Howard Kumsin. So she's also trying to use the spray to protect herself. Yeah. All right. You understand?
QuickBooks gives me the superpower to automate my invoices, track expenses, and get paid fast so I can get back to what I love. Get more done in less time with QuickBooks Online.
At a point, he had to run for his life because of the situation here. So, Lily, the situation is still a bit tense, but the police have been able to control the situation. They've done well, and we are expecting that the process will start. But as we speak, the process has stalled. Voting has stalled, and so they are waiting for an order from the police to ensure that there is maximum peace before the process continues.
Okay, that's so bad, King Aglo there. Quite unfortunate turn of events, and we're also learning that a deputy national organizer of the NPP has also been attacked, and pretty shortly we have the video. We'll bring that video to you in a tad, but let's listen to the presiding officer for that particular polling station, who is blaming the media for this chaos.
That media encounter going on there is very bad. We started having intel that even the voters, after voting, they'll have to go there and grant interview. We're hearing a lot of bad things that have not happened here. They were saying it. So that media encounter, that stand over there needs to be dissolved. I don't know. I've granted all the interview, all the things they wanted to know, I've given it out. So I don't know.
Why they had to mount?
Yes. I explained that this is a ground for 3 polling stations. But fortunately enough, we are doing one, only for one. That is the 12A. So we are human. Somebody will stay in the house and realize, oh, Methodist is voting, let me go. That person will come with a card. Then we will tell the person, we are not driving the person away. It means the person is not part of this exercise. Are you blaming the media for the violence? I am not blaming that stand there. We had intel before the violence. That interview, somebody came to tell me, you are saying we are driving the voters away. And I'm saying, no, that is not the issue. So please, give out the right education. We are not driving anyone away. The election is being held for only one polling station. And a normal day, I'm coming. And you know the register? We have 4. Yes, that is 1A, 1B, and another AB, 13A, 13B. This is 12A. The 13A, 13B is secured. The 12B is also secured. So this is the only center we are having. But we are human. Your mother can just hear, oh, I vote at Methodist.
Okay. So why blame the media? I mean...
I think the presiding officer is getting ahead of herself.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yes, on this platform, when we went down to our reporter who engaged a presiding officer, the same challenge was registered, where you had cluster of polling stations for the general elections. But this time around, the only polling station affected are either just 1 or 2. Yeah. So because people vote within that cluster, when they hear that they are voting there, they pick their ID cards and they come. And then you explain to them that, no, your vote is valid. Your vote is not part of those that have been affected. Reason why there is the need for this rerun. and they go. So if they are engaging the media, and the explanation from them is that, oh, I went to vote, but I was turned away. But there's an explanation, original explanation, that you were turned away because your vote is still valid.
Yeah.
How should that breed chaos?
And
how did that result in our commission's assault? How did that result in the police officer slapping our reporter? How did that result in the other journalists who have been assaulted? Right? So there were things that were done relative to the engagement, relative to the deployment, and that's why I think that the police could do much more than it is doing today. The police could do much more than the police could do much more than it's doing today. And hopefully, this will be the very final incident we are reporting. I'm not saying there will not be attempts. Politicians will attempt to outdo each other. They will attempt to do these things.
And that has always been the order of the day.
Your ability to foil it. And that's why you are in uniform. That's why you are trained. That's why you are deployed. See, there are enough numbers on the ground. They must just get to work.
I will also understand that voting has commenced. The Methodist has commenced. The Methodist St. Peter's Church Society polling center, where voting halted as a result of the chaos that characterized the process and the attack on the former minister and other people there. We also, I mentioned that there were other persons who were equally attacked, like a deputy national organizer over the New Patriotic Party. And if you see the video, it's quite unfortunate that we'll get to this as a country. It's quite sad.
Very, where individuals are being assaulted.
To this as a country. It's quite sad.
Very, where individuals are being assaulted. And you see, strangely, politicians, and you see, strangely, politicians never learn, Lily.
They don't.
A few months ago, the shoe was on another foot.
They don't.
A few months ago, the shoe was on another foot.
Yeah.
And?
You remember a certain member of parliament?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I remember how, in fact, 2020 elections, I covered Autu Senya East. In fact, shots were fired. People got injured.
Is it not interesting that protection that she used to have as an MP, as a minister?
If I were any by-election, especially at this material point in time, right? Regardless of the allegations that were leveled against her, whether they were true or not, regardless of the fact that DGA at a point had to announce a media blackout on her, when we have 10 situations, and she had sought for my advice as to whether to go there or not, I'll have advised her against it. The police for not being able to at least foil the attack on her, regardless of the fact that security-wise will have said, don't be there. She was there and she ought to have been protected.
There are sentiments already, and people would want to reciprocate whatever it is that was meted out to them in Kaswa. And this is just one constituency, so a lot of people from all walks of life will be there, and obviously might have seen what happened in Kaswa.
Most definitely.
In that particular election. But I mentioned to you a while ago, viewers and listeners, that Deputy National Organizer of the NPP was assaulted. Let's take a look and a listen. This is just 19 polling stations, and we're witnessing this. Like I said, imagine if it was the entire constituency that electorates had to go back and vote. What would have been the outcome?
Very
this is
sad
highly
spectacle.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, very sad spectacle, really.
And the police appear helpless.
That's the point. And look at that, they're standing there.
They appear
police are
helpless.
standing
They
there.
do not know what to do and how to file this. Look at that. Look at the man in uniform right at the back.
And they knew exactly what was coming. So what stopped the policemen from going to the man's rescue? Right? Because to be honest, I'm yet to find from this video what the man's offense was. You are unable to tell that he threw a point. So for what reason is he being assaulted this way? That's one. Two, the Interior Minister has said that every offense committed will be treated as a criminal offense. Every infraction will be treated.
There's video evidence.
Exactly. And the individuals who assaulted this gentleman, their faces are showing. Especially the one who started the entire assault. The man was running, and then you hit him down.
Let me allow viewers and listeners listen to the Interior Minister himself.
All we have instructed is that any infraction should be treated as crime. So we don't care with the greater respect who you are. Once you infract the law, they should deal with you. By arresting you, so I'll take you through the process. We are not encouraging anybody within our party, outside our party, our opponents. Let us all allow the process to go smoothly. And if anybody crosses the line, that person should be dealt with. If you just simply treat crime as crime, we will check them. Where did this happen? Well, it's not everything that should come to our attention. But since it's a journalist and since it's a police officer, we'll be happy to know what it is, then we'll find out what is the circumstances. And if there's something that we need to do, we can assure you that we'll do. Because we're also going around. So after that, we now call those in charge to find out, this is what we concern, this is what we said. What have you seen in our head so far? Because, about an hour ago, I spoke to the IGP. So far, is everything going well? So everything's going well. We are stepping out to see what is there. So, okay, we are also coming. We are also going around. I said, okay, so we'll keep comparing those till evening, policing center.
Okay, so that was Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak there. We know that the man who was assaulted in the earlier video we showed you. Been there by now. No qualms to the IGP, but Dampire would have been there within seconds.
And it's interesting what the Interior Minister mentioned, that he called the IGP. So what it means is that the IGP is monitoring what's happening. We only hope that if he finds the need to be there, he should be there, because as far as what we've seen is concerned, his men on the ground have not been able to quell these excesses.
They seem to be having overwhelmed by the situation.
They were protecting a gate, and they had lined up in front of the gate. When somebody's been assaulted. See,
when human life is at risk.
They had no idea what could have happened to this gentleman. Somebody could have just picked a metallic object
and stabbed him.
Anything at all from anywhere. And before you realize, we'll be talking about something completely different. But when you talk about mob action, you can never control what the next person does.
Yeah, true.
And so this should have been their preoccupation instead of monitoring and then guarding the gate. Because somebody's been assaulted, and you are standing there, you paraded yourself in front of a gate. You see, and I understand. See, I'm sure the elements within NDC are watching it, they're saying that, no, it's payback time. You see, there's nothing like payback time.
Wrong is wrong.
Wrong is wrong, and we condemn it in the past.
Yes.
We condemn it now. There's nothing like payback time. And how do you know that those excesses that we condemn were not the reasons why you won the way you won?
Yeah.
You get the point? Because level-headed people are watching and listening. So you might think they're the hardliners, and in fact, trust me, they might be excited as what's happening, watching this. No, this is not the way to go. In the long run, you realize that it's a race to nowhere. Both of you, both NDC and MPP, you realize that this show of power, this show of bravado, it's a race to nowhere. It's a race to you alienating the sane people. It's a race to...
Just say in a tad, the video of Mavis Kumsing being assaulted. I mean, she was just standing there, and then somebody jumps to attack her. She fell. I mean, look at that.
And then it's like free for all.
Yeah, that's her on the floor. That's very, very unfortunate.
I think she fell in a gutter.
Did she?
Yeah, there's a drain. I think there's a drain there. I don't know whether there's a drainage system or whatever. But like, you could visibly tell that she fell. And you see, like the point I was making about the police and their preoccupation. Their preoccupation is on the protecting the ballot instead of human life. And that's a problem. They can do both. You can still protect the ballot and then attend to people who have been assaulted. At least, see, if the police were to effect arrest, first 2 incidences, I'm not sure this will have continued. But
people,
like,
people will not feel emboldened.
Exactly. They are watching on. And that's the problem. Protect the ballot by all means, but also attend to human life.
Yeah,
it's
protect human
critical.
life. I mean, that's your duty.
She fell, okay, I think she fell on the ground. Yeah, that's how it comes in, falling on the ground.
Some time ago, she was referred to as Kaswa Van Dam.
Yes.
And I won't be surprised if this person attacked her as a means of reciprocity.
Yeah, with that on the back of their minds, the politicians, see, they bay for revenge. And that's the point. That's the point we're making. That yes, we have the hardliners in every political party. We have the hawks in every political party, right? But when you talk about the message you are sending, when you talk about the impression you are creating in the minds of sane viewing public. This is 19 polling stations.
I mean, how difficult should it be to maintain law and order in 19
so in
stations?
the end, even the governing party will blame. Somebody's been assaulted. How is that not disruption in all law and order? Why is that not an incident that should attract an action from you? It's befuddling. Like I said, yes, many will say, oh, how comes in deserves what came to
And the rest were looking on. Yeah. And this was a place with heavy police presence.
Of course. You see, you could count more police uniforms than you can count individuals. And you say, look at them. So, see.
And then there's the issue of votes buying. And then I have heard the Greater Accra Regional Minister say, well, there's nothing wrong with giving TNT to electorates. Yeah. And I think that...
The story of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for a country like Ghana who were constantly... I mean, they're in opposition. They constantly chastise this particular move. Yeah. And now there's a flip and they're doing the same thing. See, will we as a country ever learn? Never.
Lily, I sat here right on this platform and said that I think we should come to terms with the fact that the politicians will always induce the electorates.
True.
They will always induce the electorates in different forms and shades. What I was excited about was the fact that the electorates were taking the inducement, but they were still voting according to their conscience. It happened in Asenof. And I think we'll get there, where a typical case at hand is Okankwi South.
Yeah.
Where Kion went against the gender minister. People distributed hair dryers, others rice and chicken, uncooked rice and chicken, others rice cooker and gas cookers. So people went to one camp, they took the rice cooker. They went to another camp, took the rice and chicken, and they went to prepare. And they still voted the way they wanted to vote.
So you giving TNT or not?
Yes.
Will not induce the voter to vote for you. I mean, before going to the polling center, my mind is made up.
That's the point. So we are getting there where the politicians...
And politicians don't learn.
No, they won't. So the goodies will come. Trust me. Akweti, I will be there. You see, the goodies will come.
Obviously.
Yes, the goodies will come. But we should concentrate on the voters and let them know that whether you take or not, vote according to your conscience. Vote according to the messages that they are selling to you. And not according to anything, because we have tried. The OSP has warned that if you induce voters, it will come after you. Nothing has changed. And I dare say nothing will change. They will keep bringing the inducement. The difference will be in the quantum. So MPP will pay less now, MPP will pay more. Just a few months ago, MPP was paying more, and this was paying less. It is just the script that has been flipped. But our concentration should be on the voters. Regardless of how much you've been induced. Vote according to your conscience.
Absolutely.
And what you think will inure to the benefit of the constitution.
I definitely agree. This is our continued coverage of the Ablekuma North election rerun. 19 polling stations, 6,800 persons voting in this election. And already we're seeing the election characterized by chaos, attacks, even on journalists. My name is Lily Mohammed. We'll still bring you more on this particular coverage. Ibrahim Alassane is ahead of political desk. I will take a break here. When we return, please don't go away. There's still more we'll have to... Yeah, there's more we'll have to show you. There are more videos for you. There's more reports on ground for you here on this channel. Please don't go anywhere. My name is Lily Mohammed. Stay tuned in.